Hi! I have 17 books here that are part of my fall TBR, and I think it's only right to pick up another book. And I don't know, out of all these books here, oops, I missed, plus this one, plus Percy Jackson, which one I should read next. But this is going to be reading focused and reading centric only. So I lied in the beginning. Let's get started reading. But I wanted to say hello, book lovers. Welcome back to the video. My name is Lane. Thank you so much for stopping by my little corner of the internet. In this vlog, who knows what this is going to be, but this is going to be reading focused and reading centric only. We're gonna read Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters. I just finished reading Lisa Jewell's The Night She Disappeared last night. All my thoughts on that book and more are in the last reading vlog that I posted. I wanted this to be a 24-hour readathon video, but also at the same time I wanted this to be just a weekend, like what I can read vlog. So I don't know, maybe we'll start off as one way and then we'll switch it up to be something different. For now, I'm reading Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters. I'm going to bring this with me to work, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it as I get through this book. And we'll see what else I end up reading, because this is going to be my workbook. So I might pick up another book to read in tandem with this book. All right, I gotta go to work. Talk to you guys soon. Wait, no, but like, Gen B season 2 finale. That's how I'm spending my night. And after this, I'm heading off to bed. Best believe. A girl's tired after work. Fine. There are 3 reasons why. The first reason, and I've talked about it before, I've gone on like 5-6 minutes rants and reading updates, so unless I didn't cut it out, you might have heard me talk about the fact that I did understand the necessity of Sophie's character. So unless I didn't cut it out, you might have heard me talk about about 20-30 minutes or so, I have to go get ready for work. I just did some editing, so I'm on the 41-minute mark of the 48-minute video, and I'm slowly making my way through editing it. It's going good so far this morning. All right, I'm ready for work. I'm really not feeling this fit. The hair is obviously not day 1 hair. It's about a week old, or almost a week old, not really actually, but the hair is currently looking like this. What's really saving it is for sure the volume, but because it's not like up to par, I'm really thinking the fit is a little off, because I don't think it's too bad. But at the same time, I'm just going into work, so I'm like, girl, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a particular way. So this morning I did some editing. Now we're getting ready for work, and I'm gonna eat some Chinese food. But I bought some lo mein and some sesame chicken. This is the second time I've tried eating from this Chinese spot that's like 3 blocks away from my work. And so I just ordered the same thing I did last time. I'm about to warm it up, but this is what she's looking like. And I'm only gonna eat about half of it, because last time I split the meal up or I ate it after work and then the next morning. Today we're gonna eat it before work and then eat the rest after work. So I think when I come home from work tonight, we'll read Pumpkinheads. It's a graphic novel. If I'm not too tired, I should be able to knock it out in one sitting. Sometimes after work, I'm usually in bed less than 2 hours after I come home, or about 2 to 3 hours after I come home. So we'll see after like showering, eating, like getting myself put together after work, how long I'm awake and how much of Pumpkinheads we'll read. But I think we're gonna read Pumpkinheads first. I have the books, let me just show it to you. I think we'll read Pumpkinheads first when I get back from work, but I should be able to knock this book out in one sitting, and I think we'll make a little cozy night from this as well, so we'll see. But I think Pumpkinheads will be the first book that I'm going to read in this vlog. And I think the other two, I have 4 books in total, but the other 2 books is Little Lovely Things, and then the other option after Pumpkinheads is The Last Thing He Told Me. And then the 4th option, which is part of the November portion of my fall TBR, is Legacy and the Queen. So those are the 4 possible options and 4 main options that I'm going to go in this video, for the fact that I kind of want a light read after reading The Night She Disappeared in my last vlog, which is like mystery, like disappearance, etc, etc. Legacy and the Queen also meets that quota, for the fact that it's like a fantasy book, so it should be lighter in content. These 2 not so much, because Little Lovely Things is also another mystery disappearance. I mean, they both are, because then the father of the last thing he told me is also disappears. So it's a mix of whether I want to continue that same similar vibe and knock out more parts of my October portion of my fall TBR, or go in with a much lighter content. But anyways, I'm back home now.
You need to check history and dispatch from her phone number. This is non-stop.
Good afternoon. It is 2:04. I woke up fairly late today because my sister and I, well, last night I watched The Perfect Neighbor, the documentary on Netflix. My sister and I watched it together, and then after that we watched season 3 of Squid Games, and we didn't go to bed until like 4 in the morning. Or at least we finished like 3:45 or something, but I went to bed like 4:20 because I couldn't fall asleep easily right away. And then I ended up waking up 11:13 or something like that, and my body was in so much pain as usual. This is my life for the last like 16 months. So I just spent my morning, or I guess the last 2 to 3 hours, editing. I might clean up a little bit in the living room and do like a little cozy stay in the living room and just do some reading. I actually think that sounds so nice. Videos exporting, and right when that ends I'll do the thumbnail quickly, and it's like 2:30 something, so I can just get the video out. And after that, then I'll start doing some reading. The 4 choices I had yesterday, I think I said, was Pumpkinheads, Legacy and the Queen, The Last Thing He Told Me, and Little Lovely Things. I really don't think that I want to read a mystery book right now. I'm couch rotting today and I'm in pain, and I just don't think I want to read a heavy book. So I think we're gonna stick to like light content books, at least right now. That's the vibe and the mood I'm in right now. I'll save Pumpkinheads for the night because I really do want to read that as a nighttime cozy read, because I didn't get to do that yesterday. The other option is Legacy and the Queen, unless something else speaks to me, but I think that we'll do Legacy and the Queen after I upload this video and do the thumbnail.
As well into my cold foam. It's also the exact same foam that they use for the drilling station.
No, because why is it 9:03 in the morning right now? And I'm using my book light for light. Why is it this dark in the living room right now? Anyways, I woke up to the sound of rain this morning, which was such a delight. And I have about 2 hours until I need to get ready, 1 hour until I have to exercise for work, before work, I mean. So we're gonna spend that next hour doing some reading. I think it's just the perfect cozy mood right now, so I'm gonna continue Legacy and the Queen. I don't have much of an update with that book because I did put a pause on it. I probably read about 5 or 6 pages so far, and I did put a pause on it. We just got introduced to the fact that the main character like lives in an orphanage, and so we were kind of just getting tidbits of like her surroundings and things of that sort. But yeah, I did put a pause on it because that day, it's been a couple of days later, which is, so today is Thursday, so nearly a week later, because the last time I talked to you guys and showed anything was on Saturday. So I did read Pumpkinheads that night, but I switched over to filming a different type of video because we had a couple of days left of October and I wanted to get through the October portion of the fall TBR, and I wanted to read books that are more in the spooky mystery vibes so I can make a video and post it right before Halloween, which I did yesterday, and Halloween is tomorrow. So we switched gears a little bit, and now I ended up reading 3 books after taking a pause on Legacy and the Queen. I ended up reading 3 books from Saturday to Wednesday, and now we're gonna pick up Legacy and the Queen again. But because I am putting a pause on, well, because my last video that just went out Wednesday is the last video that I'm gonna have prior to only making writing related content for all of the month of November in honor or in preparation or in participation is what the word I'm looking for of National Writing Month. I'm not making any other like book vlogs and stuff like that, so anything else that I'm filming that I had to take a pause on filming so I can film writing content will then be a part of potentially, hopefully, Vlogmas. But just in general, it would get pushed to December. That's what's gonna happen to this video here as well. So yeah, I'm going to read Legacy and the Queen. We're gonna vibe in this darkness, I guess, and we're gonna have a great time. I was trying to be a little aesthetic and cute. I got some wet stains on the book, on the front and back, because I was making my matcha, and the back is from the table being wet, and then the front is from me like washing my hands, and it's sprinkling onto the book. Because of the book's material, it's kind of like felty, soft cover type. I guess it's hard, but whatever. Because of the material, I wonder if these water splashes will dry. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna start reading. Oh, it dried. Anyways, let's get started reading. so review time for Legacy and the Queen. My review is quite short, like 2 sentences long. I have to get into the habit of not like overly detailing reviews, so it's okay just to have something quick and short to get my thoughts out. But I just essentially said, such a pleasant and entertaining read. Created and written by Kobe Bryant and Annie Matthews, this book managed to introduce and write a unique fantasy world that utilizes tennis in its magic system, believable characters, and an intense coming-of-age story. I really liked this being a sports fantasy. I've never read one before, and so I like the use of this tennis and a tennis tournament and a tennis academy to showcase the magic and the world building of the world in terms of like the creatures and stuff like that, because there was a stable, and so then through that of the stable and the academy, we got introduced to the magical creatures, and then there are different roles within the this fantasy story, and so there was different positions for students to be in within the academy. So it was very unique. I've never read something like that before. I said believable characters because in all of that, the characters felt grounded to me and realistic. And then I said intense because it got a little like, especially near the end, I was like, I think because it's a coming of age story and it's also a middle grade, I believe, the villain, or like who we find out to be the villain at the end of the story, felt very cartoonish to me. So I said intense in terms of like, because these are our young kids in the book, it felt like a little much. And knowing that there's going to be a sequel, because this is part of a series which I didn't originally know going into the book, if we see more of this character, I wonder like how that's going to be built upon, because it kind of felt a little cartoonish, but it still felt grounded. I think just because I'm an adult, it felt a little too much and over the top for me in terms of like performance of the character, but overall I thought it was fine, and I gave the book, well, here I wrote 4 stars. This is in my Notion digital library here where I'm writing the book, but I think the actual like point rating I'm giving Legacy and the Queen is a 4.25. I really enjoyed the book. It was very fast, like a fast page turner, and kept me entertained till the end. So that's my Legacy and the Queen review. Hi guys, welcome to the end of this video. I was gonna have like a whole Vlogmas section right after what you just saw, and I was editing the video yesterday because I was editing a bunch of stuff yesterday, so I was like, wait, this video needs to come out fairly soon, within like a week or so. And so I was like, okay, let me go ahead and edit this video, or finish editing up the video, and I couldn't find all of the Vlogmas prep that I did. So I was editing this video about like 2 or so weeks ago, and I had mentioned how I wanted to do Vlogmas because I had got to a part in this video sometime earlier in this video when I had mentioned, oh, because I'm making writing content all of November, anything that I filmed I can't post until after November. And so I was like, if I'm gonna have like a small batch of videos that I already filmed that can't go up in November because it's gonna be strictly writing content, then let me film a little bit more and try to do Vlogmas and get like a good batch of videos, you know, out and stuff like that. And so 2 weeks ago, all the clips that you guys saw were from about 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago when I was continuing editing this video, I was like, let me do the whole Vlogmas prep, so I know like the type of stuff that I want to do now, so then when December comes, like we're kind of set, and I understand like what the schedule is gonna be. And I filmed all of that. I filmed the prep and like kind of talking to you guys, very like casual FaceTime call, if you will, and all of that is gone. All the prep, all of the videos I stated that I was gonna do, can't find those clips anywhere. I must have accidentally deleted it. I thought it was like hidden in other projects, but no, I don't have those clips anymore. And so the whole Vlogmas prep at the end of this video is no longer there anymore. So that sucks. So we're just gonna end it off here, but I'll give you guys kind of a generalized idea of what I was gonna do, because like I said, I filmed all of that, so it's only right that I still kind of share this brain dump page with you. So we're gonna do a December TBR. Within the December TBR, we might do a wrap up, but you will have already seen that because I believe this video is gonna be the second video for Vlogmas, so that is probably up already. And so this one was gonna be a reading focused video. So I lied in the beginning. It ended up not being reading focused heavy. I ended up just throwing in everything in here. So it's like a mix of reading and other stuff. Not exactly sure how I will title this video yet, but that is okay. I want to do a hair related video. Not want to, I am, because I already filmed that. We're gonna have reading related videos. I've already filmed one of them, and then the other reading videos, they were gonna be like, I was filming like week-long videos because I was gonna do like how many pages can I read in a week. Generators chooses my books for the week. My sisters choose my book for the week. Like all those like week-long reading challenges I was gonna do, but we're gonna have a couple of days left until December starts, and I don't want to film and edit like on the spot, like so much like footage and stuff like that. So we're gonna still do those reading challenges. We just might condense them to like a day, two days, maybe just a weekend. We'll see, but we're gonna have reading related videos. I'm gonna do a reset video. I want to get confident and comfortable posting more and posting creative works and not feeling scared to do it. So we're gonna have a video related to like creative projects that I want to do and just kind of like starting that process and getting comfortable with it. I want to do some sort of journaling related videos. I have 2 ideas, so we're going to see about that. And then this video is going to be post Christmas, so post Vlogmas. We're going to have at the end of the year or maybe the beginning of next year, but it's going to be like superlative of books, so favorite genre, favorite author, favorite XYZ of all of 2025. So those are the kind of ideas that I want to do. But with that said, I think that is the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. It means a lot, truly. I have to figure out now how I'm going to do Vlogmas properly. I've yet to figure out like the scheduling and the order, other than this video and then the December TBR that came out before this one. Everything else is, I don't know when it's gonna get posted, so we'll figure that out some other time. But I have to go finish editing. I have to get ready for work, so I'll see you in another video. But yeah, happy Vlogmas and talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.